Great community, we're here. Today we are tuning in with another hero build, and this time it will be Nilua. Before that, I'm very happy to show you that we've managed to beat one of the biggest spenders in the game, if not the biggest. It was a very close one, 12-13, and yeah, his team won very stacked here. With Wukong and Wrong, he would have won actually if he just moved one of the two somewhere else. And then this one, I kind of like the concept here, but he's winning here purely because of stats. Because, well, I mean, come on, this shouldn't happen. He shouldn't win this one, for example. Anyways, he's using the new pet maxed, and as you can see, the new pet is really not that beneficial, especially in a slow team, because it doesn't get to act. This one is kind of whatever, really. He won purely because of lands here in both teams. Yeah, and this one is absolute bad team. This doesn't work. Don't try and make the poison team. It doesn't work. I said it in the beginning when Willa came out, and I'll keep saying that the poison team will not work. Although it's a nice concept, it just won't work. The only good units here are, well, Willa is good, Freud is good, Roma is good, and the Mercado can be good, but they need to be played differently. You can play Willa and Mercado together, for example. That works. Anyways, happy to be here. That's my first Ultimate Championship. And yeah, let's move on to Nilua. So this is what we have right now. And let me talk a bit about her. So, Nilua, she cleanses one layer of debuff from all allies. So she's very good against Nasil or Liga in Prison. Or even like a solo Asindu, or any solo CC really. She's very good there. And her damage actually ignores immunities, and also it reduces the main target's turn meter by 50% if it lands a crit, which is pretty nice, because if their Nasil goes, you can target their Asindu and you get to go first, for example, if you're using a space in your team, or even a popper. Because Asindu gets a lot of turn meter from the CCs that Nasil landed. Okay, so she casts this when she dies too, so that's pretty good. Alright, so what's happening? She is starting with 6 layers of Glacial Mark at the start of the battle. So the enemy team needs to act first for her to lose 1 layer. So she loses 1 layer when any enemy unit acts. And when you get to 5 layers, you get to go immediately and cast her ability that cleanses. And this does very good damage. She's very good against Nitas, for example, if you're struggling with Nitas. Okay, so she's also immune to Silence and Provoke, but that doesn't really mean too much for us. Her damage is pretty good, but this is the important bit, her exclusive 3, and you need to understand that if you put a Lydia in your team and you act first, you'll be then at 7 layers, and if the Nasil goes, for example, you'll be back to 6 layers and you won't be able to cast this. So you need to be thoughtful of that. If they're playing Lydia Nasil, you can play Lydia then, or you can play Nasil and hope that their Nasil is faster, for example. But you still are going to cleanse 1 layer of debuffs, so you would end up with either Imprison or Freeze. In this case, you would end up with Imprison. Okay. So her S2 does very good damage. She's gaining some piercing from this. What I remember, yeah, gaining some piercing up to, what's that, 12, 50, 60% piercing is very good on her. This one is actually stripping some buffs from the target, so it's very good here to help with the stripping. And this one is nothing too impressive, but it deals good amount of damage. Yeah. Alright, so you want 100% crit rate on her for that guaranteed eternity reduction. And also because she's a direct damage dealer, her damage is quite good. This is what we have on her in terms of stats. You need to get the crit rate and then attack on her. You really don't care about her speed. Oh, you do care to an extent, but you don't care too much. In terms of echoes, this is probably the best one on her. I'm using her as a team buffer and cleanser, so she would give your team one of these three. Obviously you can level this up, give her some more attack. In terms of auras, I'm using Combat Vanguard because when she gets to go with this, and that's very often, it's like 2 out of 3 maybe, or 3 out of 5 battles in PvP, you apply Combat Vanguard on them, which can be very substantial here. In terms of blessings, we can go with whatever here. Some speed, some crit damage is nice, and some tenacity. Emblems, this is what I have on her. Yeah, I don't know if that's the best one, but this is what we have right now. In terms of equipment, I have some random Devour on her, well, maybe except this. Some crit attack, more crit here, because we went with Devour, so it's hard to crit cap ourselves. I'm not gonna show you the stats, really they are not that interesting on her. You can go with an attack one here, by the way. I'm just preferring the speed right now, I don't know, really. Actually, I don't know if I care about the speed on her too much. Anyways, that's Nilua. Let me quickly show you some battles and obviously show off here. So we've got hit yesterday by Eric. Let's see where Nilua went. Okay, as you can see here, she did a very good amount of damage. We are using Rumble here. I think we are the only ones to actually use him. And yeah. Okay, so let's see what's happening. She's at 6 layers of this thing. So our unit gets sacrificed and he freezes them all, but that doesn't count as an action. So she's still at 6 layers. And by the way, Nilua cannot cleanse the sacrifice freeze from Rumble, and that's why he's very good here. So we freeze them all. Let me slow this down. So we freeze them all. Then Nilua acts. We apply Combat Vanguard, and at this point we just slowly kill them because we lock them down. As you can see, her S2 doing a lot of damage, and then Atkins finishing off. Okay, so they did go, and yeah, I think that's the finishing move from Nilua there. Really good. Let's see it here to show you how well it works against Zeus. Okay, so they go with Nazil, we cleanse that. So we get to go. We freeze them, they have no panda. They're gaining turn meter because of Atkins and my Ronai, but that doesn't matter too much for me. Okay, so we removed some buffs, Santa's Apple, and we keep freezing them. Okay, so we killed Santa. I'm kinda lacking damage in this team, but in terms of utility it's pretty good. And it's my 5th team, so you can't expect too much from it. As you can see, Harestu doing a good bit of damage, able to kill. Really nice to have. She's really purely a PvP unit. In PvE she has some uses in like Faction Abyss, maybe in direct damage boss in Wuthering Coast, she can help you there. But don't expect too crazy damage. Maybe you need direct damage dealers, she can be alright. Yeah. Okay, we're kind of struggling against Hengi because Hengi is extremely tanky. As you can see, we can barely scrap her. Okay, S2. I should probably gear my Nilua better just to have greater chances of ending these battles. Let's see. We lost that one, kind of expected. So, this one we can show off, yeah. I remember when I talked about the poison team not working. This is an okay variant to use, but I would actually use Santa in here, very likely, and yeah. Okay, so let's see what's happened here. Okay, so we froze them. Their Nilua did not get to go. Well, it did, but after my Ronai, so. Okay, so we start freezing them here. Okay, they went, and then Atkins, I guess, finished this off because, well, I mean, this can be scary. BJ does a lot of damage along with Ronai, but I think I have the upper hand here, just with Santa, and yeah, as you can see, BJ is actually doing crazy good damage. So this was very close. Yeah, just because Ronai used her S2. Okay, we somehow won this. Okay. Interesting to see. So, yeah, let's maybe show you some different ones. Okay, so we won this. I guess purely because of Atkins and their Ronai. We lost this because they have an Lydia, I guess, and then LJ for the mastery. Yeah, this is a good team, hard to beat with that, and then hard to beat. Anyways, you can't expect much from your 5th team. Yeah, Atkins carrying here, big time. Okay, and at this point they're just dead, I think. I guess maybe the Queenling pet might be better for me in this team because I have some form of removal in Nilua and Atkins. Okay, and we're also benefiting from the crit damage here. So we could do that, I guess. Right, let's see. I don't know, honestly. Let's see what Banished did. Okay, so we took 0 with this one. Kind of weird that we actually lost this one. actually don't understand how. I really don't. Guess we just didn't do enough damage. Anyways, showing Nilua off, we kinda lost all of these because, well, let's see, hard one to beat, very hard one to beat, and then, yeah, and then our 14 should probably have won at least this. Yeah. Okay, let's see, maybe a better show of Nilua. Okay, just one here. And then just one here. Yeah, I think the first one was like the best one to show. Okay, maybe this one, somehow, some way we want this one. I guess we just CC lock them. Yeah. As you can see, they have Atkins, but they're frozen, so we don't care too much. You need effect rest on your Atkins. Okay, so Atkins slowly killing them off. Okay, this is gonna take a while here, killing Hengi and Nordic. Okay. Well, that's about it for Nilua. Could maybe show you an interesting interaction with her, where I was talking about how to use her. So let's say we are facing Lydia and Nasiu. Okay, and then let's say we're using some team here, like I really don't know, this maybe, so in Nordic, and this. Now what would happen is Lydia would go, and then our Nilua would lose one layer of her glacial mark, so she would act and cleanse the imprison, but then Nasi would go and freeze us. Okay, so here you see it. We got only 2 imprisons, but it doesn't matter. Okay, now we got frozen. Okay, so how would you go about that? So one way is to actually have a Lydia yourself. So this way, if your Lydia is faster, well, she would go first, alright? And then you gain 7 layers. Then there Lydia goes, you're back at 6 layers. Then Nasiu goes, you're at 5 layers, and you can cleanse the freeze now, as you can see. 5 layers, we can cleanse the freeze. If their Lydia is faster though, then yeah, it wouldn't work. But yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Hope you found this helpful and maybe found a use for your Nilua if you have her. And see you in the next one. Bye bye.